So Sauce and DJ are pretty consistent players, so you haven't really had to worry about their depth too much. But Quintas, Diggers, and JVC have had two pretty great weeks in games. How do you feel about them so far?
No, the entire DB room, you can throw Eccles into that group. I thought he had a nice day today. So there's good depth in that room. Once Michael Carter gets back, we think it's one of the better DBs in football, DB rooms in football.
What went into the decision to start Peasley and not start Tyrod?
Want to take a good look at him and Martinez. We'll flip it next week with depending on how everything shakes out and whatever on who goes out there first. But just want to get a good look at those two rookies.
What did they show you tonight?
Well, one thing for sure is that the game's not too big for either one of them. I thought they showed good playmaking ability with their feet. Martinez showed again that he can throw off schedule and throw with accuracy, which I thought was encouraging. But both were competitive. Both ran the huddle very well. And just overall, I thought they were decent. Now, I'm sure there's a couple plays they're both going to want back, but overall, I thought it was pretty decent.
So what do you think of Codrington his returns?
Yeah, definitely sees his opportunities. I think he's for both teams the most productive. Set up a couple of scoring drives, but that's what he's here for. That's why we brought him in, his punt return and kick return ability, and I thought he did a really nice job today.
Robert, what did you think of Olu tonight and all week as he tries, a new spot?
Yeah, new spot. It's never easy. Thought he did a nice job. He handled it well. That first practice he was at right was pretty rough for him, and I thought he kind of got better as the week went on. He had the holding penalty today, but overall I thought he did a pretty good job.
Good for Will to see some success in a game?
Yeah, Will can rush a pass, so we're not worried about it. But to get it on his inside move was pretty cool.
Corley in the return game had a couple opportunities tonight, and this over the course of the week, how has he progressed from last week?
He's progressing. Like I said, him with the ball in his hands is not our worry. It's not that route running is a worry. It's just that's what our main focus is on. We know he can return kicks. He'll continue to work on his punt return ability and all that stuff. But he's progressing well.
You talked about eliminating self-deflected rules. Just kind of how frustrating was that first quarter for you?
Yeah, same thing. Just guys with nerves. I really wanted a clean game. The pre-snap penalties and post-snap penalties are the ones that we got to get out of our game. The inaction penalties will always happen, aggressive penalties. But we had the personal foul, we had an offsides. Those were the two big ones. I thought the second half was clean. I'm not sure how many. I think we had one or two in the second half, which I thought was pretty good.
JVC injury a concern according to the league?
He's been nursing it. We'll see the severity once we get back.
And how about Irv?
Same thing. He's dealing with a hip. I'm not sure what the severity is, though.
Back to McDonald's, I think the Reddick situation, we've talked about it a lot, but do you need to see something from those guys, from him, from Clemens, from the other guys in that room, just in case you don't have Reddick?
No, because at the end of the day, those are next men up, right? And the only thing I expect out of all of them is just phenomenal effort and strain. And if you do that on our D-line, you're going to have success. And I think Will plays to that standard. He's getting better every single day, and look forward to him getting more opportunities.
What was Aaron Rodgers' role tonight? What was he doing?
He's fun on the headsets. But he's just like every single player. We ask anyone who's not dressing to be involved in their position group. Make sure they're helping those guys out on the sideline when give them some pointers, give them some tips. So no different. His role was no different than what Quinnen's was, and that's just to be engaged in the game, be involved in the game, and help out your position room.
Have you made a decision on the last preseason game?
I haven't, not yet. We'll talk about it later this week.
But there's some long shots that flashed. It looked like maybe McGregor and Bartholomew did some things.
A lot of guys did a lot of good things. I thought a lot of young guys did. I thought our running back room, as a collective whole, they're running the ball really, really hard, downhill, violent. Izzy thought he ran the ball really well in the third quarter, being decisive, getting his foot in the ground, getting vertical. But there are a lot of standouts out of those young guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to looking at this tape because there's some good stuff to look at.
Robert, we didn't get a chance to talk to you after the practice Thursday. What were your takeaways from the joint practice?
Thought, from offensively, I was with the offense, obviously. I thought our O-line, our run game, and our protection was outstanding, which was the big thing I was looking forward to seeing. That's a top 5 defense. They're well coached. They're very good up front, and I thought our O-line was really, really good in the practice. Obviously, there's a couple of turnovers, but I thought we moved the ball really well, got into positions to score. Aaron looked good, getting in and out of the pocket, moving around, showing his range with his feet. And then defensively speaking, we were trying a couple of new things, and it's which some things we got to tighten up in the back end, but I thought our pass rush was still very effective.
How did you think about how feisty it got throughout the joint practice?
There's always going to be pushing and shoving. I know there was a couple of incidents, but it didn't deter us from having good productive work.
Just to go back to the O-line, there was some shuffling going on during that practice too, and it seemed pretty consistent. Just what does that tell you about that unit and where they're at this stage of camp?
No, it's I talked about it last week when we had our second group line up against Washington. I thought looking at them, I was like, God, that group is an improved version because they're all older from a year ago. And, in that 2-minute drive at the end, our 2 tackles and ABT were on a pitch count. So to put in 3 new guys and still not skip a beat, I thought they did a really nice job. And I really love where our O-line's at, seeing things off the field that we haven't seen in 3 years. Just talking about the connection they have to one another. It's starting to feel authentic. It's feeling like something I can't explain to you guys, but it's just a different feeling with that group than it's been over the last 3 years.
A couple more. Very good.
It was a 3rd and 1 with Braelon Allen gained 4 yards. Is that kind of a picture postcard of why you picked him?
Oh, he had a couple. I mean, all of them did really, but Braelon had it was a 3rd and 5, and he had this, or 3rd and 6, and he had a violent 4-yard run where he just moved the entire pile. But yeah, we picked him for a lot of reasons because he's actually really good out of the backfield in route running. He's really good in protection too. We think he's an all-around good back, and he's a very powerful runner too, and he's displaying that down and down out.